Innate or developed personalities. Innate adjective. Synonyms: inborn, inherent, natural. Disposition. Synonyms: character, temperament, nature. Temperament noun. Synonyms: personality, mindset, outlook. Predisposition noun. Synonyms: inclination, tendency, proclivity. Heredity noun. Synonyms: inheritance, genetics, lineage. Instinctive adjective. Synonyms: automatic, intuitive, unlearned. Malleable adjective. Synonyms: flexible, adaptable, impressionable. Cultivate verb. Synonyms: develop, nurture, refine. Conditioning noun. Synonyms: training, habituation, adaptation. Collectivist adjective. Synonyms: communal, group-oriented, cooperative. Individualistic adjective. Synonyms: independent, self-reliant, self-centered. Synergistic adjective. Synonyms: cooperative, combined, complementary. Static adjective. Synonyms: unchanging, fixed, stable. Pagenetic adjective. Synonyms: developmental, hereditary, environmental, gene expressive. Advanced biology term, limited synonyms. Immutable adjective. Synonyms: unchangeable, permanent, fixed. Resilience noun. Synonyms: toughness, endurance, adaptability. Aptitude noun. Synonyms: talent, ability, proficiency. Affiliative adjective. Synonyms: sociable, cooperative, friendly. Constitution noun, as an inherent constitution of personality. Synonyms: makeup, composition, framework. Plastic adjective. Figurative equals changeable. Synonyms: flexible, adaptable, modifiable. Or developed personalities, an enduring debate. Question of whether personality is predominantly innate or developed has long provoked vigorous debate among psychologists, sociologists, and philosophers. Human beings are undeniably complex, and the attempt to attribute their dispositions, temperaments, and behavioral tendencies solely to heredity or environment risks oversimplification. Nevertheless, the interplay between genetic endowment and external conditions remains central to understanding why individuals differ so profoundly in their identities, outlooks, and demeanors. This essay will argue that although certain personality traits are intrinsically ingrained, they are continuously shaped, refined, and occasionally transformed by social, cultural, and experiential influences. Innate personality traits. From birth, individuals display discernible differences in temperament, suggesting that personality has an inborn foundation. For instance, some infants are naturally placid while others exhibit heightened irritability. Such early distinctions imply the presence of genetically transmitted predispositions. Traits such as introversion, extroversion, and impulsivity are often cited as heritable dimensions of character, anchored in neurological structures and biochemical mechanisms. Furthermore, evolutionary psychology underscores that instinctive behaviors, such as risk avoidance or affiliative tendencies, may have ensured survival, thus becoming embedded in the human genome. Consequently, one cannot dismiss the inherent constitution of personality as irrelevant. It provides the scaffolding upon which later experiences are constructed. The role of development and socialization. While innate factors are significant, personality does not remain static. Instead, it evolves through a process of acquisition, cultivation, and conditioning. Socialization within families, peer groups, and institutions exerts a profound influence on how natural tendencies are expressed or suppressed. For instance, a child genetically inclined towards aggression may become disciplined, empathetic, or pro-social if nurtured within an environment that emphasizes cooperation and emotional regulation. Education further contributes by instilling resilience, perseverance, and critical thinking, qualities which are rarely fully predetermined at birth. Moreover, cultural frameworks shape personality by prescribing values, norms, and acceptable behaviors. An individual raised in a collectivist society, for example, is likely to internalize a stronger sense of interdependence and communal responsibility than someone raised in a highly individualistic culture. Thus, personality is malleable, subject to continuous modification by environmental contingencies. The interdependence of nature and nurture. It is perhaps misguided to present the innate versus developed dichotomy as mutually exclusive. Instead, personality is best understood as the outcome of dynamic interaction between nature and nurture. Genetic predispositions create potentialities, but whether these are realized depends heavily on environmental circumstances. A person may possess an innate aptitude for leadership, yet without opportunities to practice decision-making, negotiation, and public speaking, this potential may remain dormant. Conversely, certain acquired behaviors may only flourish because they align with an underlying inherent disposition. Modern psychology often conceptualizes personality as epigenetic, where biological predispositions interact with contextual stimuli to produce distinctive behavioral patterns. In this sense, personality is both predetermined and constructed, static and fluid, genetic and experiential. Implications for society. Recognizing the dual nature of personality has practical implications in education, employment, and social policy. If personality were entirely innate, efforts at character education, rehabilitation, or personal development would be futile. Conversely, if personality were entirely environmentally produced, there would be little explanation for enduring differences among individuals raised in similar conditions. Accepting that both elements contribute allows for more nuanced interventions. For instance, schools can nurture curiosity and creativity while respecting intrinsic learning styles. Employers can design training programs that cultivate resilience and adaptability, acknowledging that not all employees possess identical predispositions. Likewise, therapeutic practices can integrate biological insights with environmental adjustments to support personality growth. Counterarguments. Skeptics might argue that genetic predispositions are so powerful that attempts to reshape personality are largely superficial. They may cite research suggesting that core traits such as neuroticism and conscientiousness remain remarkably stable across the lifespan. While stability is undeniable, it does not imply immutability. Substantial evidence demonstrates that major life experiences, such as migration, trauma, or intensive training, can produce enduring shifts in behavior and outlook. Therefore, personality should be regarded as stable yet plastic, resistant to change in some respects yet responsive under particular circumstances. Conclusion. In conclusion, personality cannot be reduced exclusively to innate or developed factors. Rather, it emerges from the interwoven fabric of hereditary predispositions and social experiences. Innate characteristics provide the essential foundation, yet without cultivation, their potential may remain unrealized. Conversely, developmental processes mold these foundations into unique and adaptive forms. Ultimately, the debate is less about choosing between nature or nurture, and more about appreciating their synergistic interplay. Recognizing this complexity not only advances academic understanding but also informs practical approaches to education, work, and personal growth. Human personality, therefore, should be celebrated as both an inherited legacy and a lifelong construction.